Morning, welcome to my way off grid. I'm just getting ready to do my morning chores. Kind of thought we should go through some updates. I've been off for a couple of weeks. My goal was to try to drop at least one video a week, maybe get to where we do a daily, but uh, I had a really hard time, first of all, trying to figure out how to get my videos to upload. Then, by the time I did, I had to switch phones, and a lot of videos that I had got lost. And then I thought I had saved a bunch of videos on Google Photo, but when I deleted them off of the new phone, they disappeared. So I've like random stuff here and there that I still have, but I lost a lot of videos that I started making just in practice and with the intent of putting on that I just couldn't get it done. So it took me a minute to figure out how to get my photo ID to verify my channel to accept. Like, it would not take it. It just would not take it. For like, I would try intermittently over months, and it still finally got it to work with the new phone. So maybe it was just the old phone that was the problem. But anyway, I am just an old Southern California transplant to Southern Missouri. Now I've been here more my life than I was in Southern California. I was born and raised Southern California, moved to Missouri, and when I was, I think, 22. So I've now lived here longer than I lived in Southern California. The video that I managed to finally get to upload, in the process of it uploading, I got a phone call that my dog was at my son's house in the yard, dead. So it kind of took me back a couple of weeks there too. And yeah, I kind of been in a little bit of a funk. So I'm trying to break out of that now and get back to getting stuff done. So here we go. Let's get these chickens fed. These are my Peter Griffins, or Cornish cross meat birds. They are hungry, and they are going to stomp each other trying to get at this feed. So I think I'm going to throw some little splotches in here to get them started, so I can even get my hand in the cage to get their trough. But you can see they're already going crazy. Yeah. Let's see if we can keep them over here for a minute while I get these water bottles checked. That's good. Move it out of my way for a minute. This one's almost empty. Golly. What did I do to myself here? Oh, I got it around both bars right up in the middle, and I couldn't seem to. Yeah, I have to check the nipples because they get them stuck every once in a while. Oh, that ain't happening. Put a leg in. Get off of me. Watch out, watch out. Maybe. I just can't reach it. It's not happening. And that's when get a tool, like a stick. Hey guys, come on. It's a stick. It's a stick. Go back to eating your food. vicious. I know. Shoot. There they go. Woo! This little one here. Oh, sweetheart. Yep. So the little one is separated because she's smaller than the rest and they kept trampling her and she couldn't hardly walk there for a little bit. So now she's getting around better, but she's smaller than the rest still. So I've just kept her out. Yeah. She hangs around the pen though. She sticks around those guys. Alright, anyway. So, like I was saying about the dog, he was just dumped in the yard up at my son's house, and we didn't really know what happened to him. And then a couple of days later, found out that the neighbor across the street from my son had run him over with her car and just didn't say anything, picked him up and dumped him in the yard. So, nice, huh? So, I didn't really even get to check the video after it finished uploading. Noticed that it had and that it had posted. And was like, well, okay. So first video wasn't really what I expected it to be, but it's there. So here is my dog now. We have him buried uphill from where I plan on putting my house, which is down there. So he can watch over the house still. He was definitely my little noisemaker. It's been so very quiet without him around. But yeah, he had to come and butt in the first video. It just so happened to be trying to upload, to just testing out to see if it would even work, and it did. But yeah, while that was going on, this was going on. So yeah, fun. There. So now let's see if we can't get a better grip on things. I have had a lot of life experience, but not a whole lot of practice. I've started and had to move and started and had to start over so many times. It's just insane to think about. But this is hopefully my permanent spot. My son's trying to talk me into finding something bigger, but I think this will at least be good experience. And if he wants to build me a house after I build my house, we'll see what happens. But for right now, I plan on this being my forever home. So as long as I can do it myself, I hope to be here. And I hope to have at least 20 years in me or more. I know that I'm more than halfway through my life cycle, but we're going to do what we can while we can. So let's see, around here, I am in southwest Missouri, Ozarks, right on the Arkansas border. We have a lot of rocks. We have a lot of clay mud. We are trying to build soil without having to buy a bunch of soil. I only work kind of part-time on and off housekeeper. Seasonal, very seasonal around these parts. A lot of lake homes, a lot of weekend rentals. So I try to make that the most of my business. Got to save up all summer to make it through the winter out here. And work has been slowing down over the last several years. So that's okay because I am slowing down too. But I have had a lot go on over the last couple of years with deaths in the family and such. So I've kind of decided it's now or never. I've got to buckle down and get this stuff done. I've had my property for about 5 years and it's sat here vacant for a lot of that. And I've had to combat the overgrowth when I got back this last round. Been back here since August. Been working on it little by little, day by day. Going to continue to do so little by little, day by day, one thing at a time. Trying to get those systems, in place. I do plan on being fully off-grid, no electric, not hooked to any municipal water, gas, anything like that. So I typically am going to be probably using my phone. I'd like to get better at things as I go. I will learn as I go and maybe get into editing and things like that here once I have a computer to kind of work on those things. Right now I'm just using my phone. And so if you have suggestions on how I can improve the quality of your videos cheaply, I would really appreciate it. I am all about kind of cheap and free stuff. I forage, gather, and collect things from scrap and try to make something out of it. For example, I've inherited some wood that's pretty good quality, and so we will be trying to build, a covered area underneath the bump out there, a chicken coop, some other things with that wood. We'll see how far we can get with what we've got. And then, let's see, yeah, pretty much we're gonna start there, start slow, and then eventually I would like to build myself a cordwood home. Hopefully within the next 4 years we'll have that up and going. Greenhouses, yeah, I want my land to kind of take care of itself and the animals that live on it. So we're going to be working on our gardens primarily here to begin with, to get them established and get things growing to where we don't have to rely on the grocery stores. And I really finally, have just kind of decided that I'm pretty well done with supporting OP, other people. I'm not gonna kill myself for an employer. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do it here on my own land for me, not for somebody else. I don't want to depend on electric from the grid. I don't want to depend on anything, feed stores and everything else. I'm trying to cut out. So gradually we'll grow enough things to hopefully feed our animals and pets, and we'll produce enough from those animals to live off of, and enough off of the land here, the gardens and stuff, for all of our needs. So hopefully we'll get this thing going and will be a great success. But right now I have let's see, a lot of tests going on. So yeah, garden bed, first fall winter garden bed. It's still going from October, the spinach, and these have bolted. Brussels sprouts and arugula has bolted. This garlic was put in October. And this garlic was put in January. And I've got some chard that restarted itself back up underneath there. And lettuce that has restarted itself from the fall up underneath there. I've put in some onion sets here. I've got a bunch of them starting. And here I've got some onion sets on my hillside. Back behind that, I've got a hugelkultur bed I'm working on. So basically I've got some cardboard on the bottom, logs, sticks, and old hardwood logs, sticks, debris, and then I've dumped kitchen scraps and spent chicken straw on top of that. So we're just kind of trying to get that going. Not finished yet. Over here I've put in some strawberries, and I see a couple of them that are starting. Oh, that might be a strawberry there and here. Maybe we'll give it another few days before we weed some of that stuff out. See, I've got some violets going around the bed and some weeds kind of around the bed. Not very many in the bed though, so that's good. But what else have I got going over around? Oh, I've got seedlings that I've started. Let's go check on them. And I noticed that the tomatoes and like my basil that's in the house basil's in the house. The tomatoes are out here. Haven't really grown much over the last week. We've had a lot of cloudy days, so maybe it's just lack of sun. But I think they're ready to be up potted, so we'll have to get that. Like you can see, I've got some tomatoes in this one. Got some homestead tomatoes. We've got some pink fang there. We've got some purple. Oh, those are the yellow pear right there. Those are bush pickle cucumber. They're ready to go into a bigger spot too, get separated and go into their own. I've got some Tabasco peppers in one of these bottles that have come up. Some long cayenne that have come up. One of these is huckleberry. I think that's this one right here. I pulled them out of the tray because it was flooded. It rained, and I didn't want them to soak up too much water. I've got some moringa that I haven't seen come up yet in some of those bottles, and some squash, and another kind of cucumber, and other tomatoes that I wasn't really sure of some of the seeds because they were kind of old and surely they haven't germinated, so we'll probably try something else. I've got more bottles to start, and so I want to get some, and then I've got this plot where I had the chickens up here that I want to go ahead and get broke up a little bit with the pickaxe probably, and mix in that chicken manure that's right on the top layer a little bit with the dirt under it. And I've got a few little trees that need to come out, so this will get more light. And then yeah, little trees over here and over here and over here. And then that group of little trees right by where I have my seeds at right now, those all need to come out. I've got and they're starting to get leaves on them, so springtime, it's fun. But yeah, well, I just bought a chain for the chainsaw. My son had been showing me kind of the basics. I got a small Craftsman that I'm going to start with, just trying to take some smaller little trees down and saplings and stuff, so that'll be an experience. There's a whole list of things I want to get done, and one day at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time. So yeah, we're gonna first finish getting my birds fed and making the rounds. I gotta fill up a water bottle and all that without water down here. So I did manage to collect some rainwater and get it for the chickens. So I'm going to go ahead and use that now. And hopefully it's supposed to rain more tonight, so we'll fill all these buckets again. I've been dumping them in a tote I just brought down. I don't have the catchment system actually hooked to it. I've just got buckets around the camper collecting rain right now. So for my water, I usually just go up to my son's house and get it. He's on well, and it's just right up the street. So I just load up my gallon jugs, go up there, fill up my bottles, and bring them back down here. It's kind of it'll be nice to have a actual system in place, but for right now it works. So, and I don't have to pay for it. Bonus. But, yeah, I'm just looking around trying to think about all the things that need to get done, and I make my lists for the week or day or whatever and get as much as I can done, and everything else gets transferred to the next. I don't try to get into a rush. If I don't get to it today, I'll get to it eventually. Just kind of how life works. I don't mind camping, so it's all good. Exciting things have been going on, and we'll get into that in other videos. Along with the bad comes the good, you know. But I'm going to keep this one fairly simple and just call it the intro. Hello, and hope you'll like, subscribe, and stick with me and see where we go with this journey of mine. So give me a thumbs up, and we'll keep doing this so I can keep track of what all I've gotten done. See you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Give your family a hug.